As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I hope everyone took advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. Now it's time to focus on some football. Bears and Vikings underway on Monday night. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that will be incomplete. Howard scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they'll send out Trenton Gill. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Levis now off of play action. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Well, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Third down and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play action. It's Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Finding room at midfield.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
The Vikings at 9-2 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
They run again here with Gray. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Play action now. Levis. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Levis now on 3rd and long. Able to find Gray here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Handoff now. It's Gray with it. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd down. Here's Levis. Thrown outside, and Osborne has it. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think. But I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, they go back to Herbert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 50 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and add their lead a bit, or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Levis to throw off play action.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Jones on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run it on first with Foreman.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now is 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Now it's Fields.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Here's Trenton Gill now.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Oh, and that is incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Grant, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Levis.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Levis on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 48 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Yannick Ngakoue, his 2nd sack of the night. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And fights him off. Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. And now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of it.
There he goes, left side.
He may go.
Touchdown, Vikings.
KJ Osborne.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
On the return is Jones from the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Foreman's going to get it again on second down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return to more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Off the play fake, Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Levis now on second down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Joseph is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking deep here from Mooney. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down not coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here's Gray on 2nd down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it down with Gray.
And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Levis's throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. 23 yards the pickup there. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, look looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Joseph's got it. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Flush to his right, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Fields. Sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by a Caleb Evans.
And he will take this across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just run an end to this ballgame.
Yeah, hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come